At the beginning of the movie, we are introduced to a car. Not just any car, a car that was once unbeatable. Herbie is no ordinary car. A little white Beetle with a blue and red racing stripe, he was once unbeatable, dominating every racetrack he ever touched. But after a terrible accident, the wins stopped coming. Race after race, defeat after defeat, until the crowds moved on and the owners gave up. Herbie ended up in a junkyard, surrounded by rusting, forgotten cars, waiting to be crushed for scrap metal. Enter Maggie Peyton, spirited, sharp, and arriving at her own college graduation on a skateboard. She's the first in her family to earn a degree, and her father Ray beams with pride. But beneath the celebration is a quieter story. Maggie's grandfather was one of the all-time greats of American racing, and all her life she wanted to follow in his tire tracks. She wanted to race, to compete, to win. Now she's preparing for a fresh start in New York City with her best friend Charisma, while her brother Ray Jr. attempts to carry the family's racing legacy and fails spectacularly at every practice, crashing on every turn as investors pull out one by one. For her graduation gift, Ray takes Maggie to the junkyard to pick out a car. The moment Herbie spots her walking through the yard, something switches on inside him. He wants to go home with her. The problem, his rear wheels are missing and workers have already hooked him to a crane, dragging him toward the crusher. Desperate, he honks loudly. Maggie is distracted by another car, a Nissan, until it's destroyed in a mishap. Left with no other option, she shrugs and takes the battered little Beetle home. Herbie, banged up but hopeful, has found his person. Strange things begin immediately. The glove box pops open on its own, revealing a handwritten note from Herbie's previous owner asking whoever inherits him to show kindness. Then the engine fires up and the car starts driving itself straight to a repair shop owned by Kevin, a charming mechanic who has harbored a crush on Maggie since high school. Their test drive goes sideways fast. Herbie releases a cloud of smoke, lifts onto two wheels and crashes straight into a sports car exhibition where Tripp, the reigning racing champion, is holding court. Tripp smugly tells Maggie to take her ridiculous car back to the circus. Herbie locks every door. They are going nowhere. What follows shocks everyone. Despite being ancient and battered, Herbie keeps pace with Tripp's high-performance machine. Tripp drives dirty, pushing aggressively, and that's when something wakes up in Maggie. She stops fighting the car and starts racing with it. Together, they win. The next morning, Ray spots footage of the race and recognizes the car. Furious, he confronts Maggie, who panics and invents a fake driver named Max. From that moment, Max becomes her secret racing identity. Meanwhile, Tripp, ego shattered, organizes a proper two-day race with $10,000 in prize money. Maggie sees what that money could do for her family and her father's struggling team. Kevin offers a deal. He'll repair and upgrade Herbie for free and they'll split the winnings. Maggie says yes. What follows is a genuine transformation. Together they pour weeks into rebuilding Herbie new parts, a tune-up, even a sleek sunroof. Maggie starts training again for the first time since her accident. For the first time in years, she feels alive. On race day, she and Herbie tear through every competitor and qualify for the final against Tripp, who during the qualifying race notices a lock of red hair slipping from under Max's helmet. He puts it together. Max is Maggie Peyton. The night before the final, Tripp pulls Maggie aside. He tells her that her grandfather inspired him to race, then hands her the keys to his own car for a drive. Maggie comes back glowing. Tripp raises the stakes. Winner takes the loser's car. Thinking of Herbie's speed, she accepts, not realizing Herbie overheard everything and now believes she plans to replace him. Maggie loses the race. Her helmet comes off, her father sees her face and he is devastated, not just because she raced but because she lied for weeks. He walks away. Kevin suggests they leave. Gutted, Maggie packs her bags and tells Charisma she's ready for New York early. But halfway through the journey, Charisma cuts straight through. Running away is not the answer. The things you love are worth fighting for. Maggie goes quiet, then turns the car around. She goes straight to Tripp to demand Herbie back. He lies and says the car is gone. The truth is worse. Herbie has been thrown into a monster truck demolition show, being destroyed in front of a screaming arena crowd. Maggie runs. She offers to buy him back. The arena owner makes her a deal. If the Beetle survives the show, she can have him free. Together, Herbie pulls her through the sunroof. They outmaneuver every vehicle in the building, use a crushed car as a launch ramp, and take down the final monster truck. Battered, but together, they escape. In the aftermath, Ray Jr.'s next crash ends his career. With one eye damaged, he can never race professionally again. From his hospital bed, he asks Ray to let Maggie take his spot in the upcoming NASCAR championship. Ray refuses until Maggie finally speaks the truth out loud. Racing isn't a phase, it's who she is. And she asks her father why he trusts a man who has crashed repeatedly over someone who crashed only once. Ray breaks. He admits the real reason. Maggie reminds him too much of her mother and he already lost her once. Ray Jr. doesn't wait for his father to change his mind. He rallies the entire team. They work through the night rebuilding Herbie from the chassis up, new body panels, fresh tires, a brand new coat of paint. On race day, as Maggie and Herbie roll to the starting line, Ray, who turned off the television at home then turned it back on then finally drove to the stadium, watches from the stands. He doesn't say anything, he just nods. The race is brutal. They fall behind, battle back, survive an oil leak and find themselves side by side with Trip in the final stretch. Trip shoves them toward the wall. Herbie takes the hit, but instead of folding, he climbs the safety barrier, races along the top of it and flies across the finish line first. Maggie Peyton wins the NASCAR championship, the first woman ever to do so. Her father is in tears, her brother is screaming, Kevin is beaming, and Trip walks off the track utterly convinced the car is alive. He is not wrong.